What's up, Loveless? Topic of the day: FGC Twitter is a weird place. Nothing special, like no like super heavy topic. It's just that FGC Twitter is absolutely weird. Mesman Master 13, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Nothing much, just chilling. I'm gonna play for a few hours before I go to the gym. Get a good lift in, you know, same old. But yeah, FGC Twitter, and I think just Twitter in general or social media is just absolutely weird. FGC Twitter is a minefield of nonsense. It's just full of social justice warriors. That's all it is. It's full of a whole bunch of people that are trying to get internet points for saying quote unquote politically correct things, when I'm like, bro, just say how you actually feel or what you actually think. And a lot of people on FGC Twitter, they don't actually have a mind of their own. They just say things that are in the now. So as of late, I've been running into a lot of LGBTQIA warriors, a lot of social justice warriors, a lot of nonsense in general. Something happened where a FGC Tekken member died or whatever. They say he committed harakiri. That's the way I'm going to put it. He committed harakiri, and I saw some white woman or white thing or whatever you want to call it say that it's the usual. It's unfortunate the guy passed away, especially doing that. My problem came into play is when you say, oh my God, I'm crying, it was so terrible. I'm like, in your own statement, you say you don't know this man. Why are you saying you're crying? It is making you so sad over a person that you have never met. People die every day, especially of those kind of causes. And this is the one thing that you decide to post on Twitter instead of just sending your condolences and moving on with your life. You decide, I'm going to publicize my over emotional front on Twitter and then get mad if somebody calls you out for it. And then after that happens, after I call her out for it, I said it just seems disingenuous, you know. After that happened, there's a whole bunch of Twitter white knights coming to defend their I guess they're I don't know what to call it, but they to defend their queen or whatever, and I just found it absolutely annoying. I don't know what to make of it, but yeah, that's what happened. And of course, as usual, like the moment that you say something to these people, they will block you, and then they'll start talking crap behind your back on Twitter. Also, what tends to happen is yeah, they like to gang up on you and dogpile on you on Twitter, and it's really weird. Politics and fighting games are never meant to go together. Also, the false emotional response and reaction is ridiculous. Yes, I find it extremely annoying, and in my personal opinion, I find it downright disrespectful to the family and loved ones of the guy that passed away. You passed away for somebody else. Some jackass to go on the internet, go on Twitter, type up this whole emotional rant for Twitter clout and brownie points and clout chasing. This is what you died for, so people can mooch off that tragic event. Instead of saying, I don't know this person, it's unfortunate that it happened, I'm going to move on with my life, and I wish the best for the family and that they can carry on with their life. Great. No, what you decide to do is I'm going to use this situation to make myself look like a good person over a person that you said in your own initial tweet that you do not know at all, because that's perfectly normal, right? That's what people do that actually care. They mention it, how much they don't know this person, and proceed to say how much this is crying, and to quote the person's words word for word, I'm dead ass crying right now. Stop it, please. Like, come on, stop the nonsense. That's like, Jesus Christ, man. I checked the profile out on Twitter, and it was a Tekken warrior. It was definitely one of those he, she, they, them pronoun people, and I find those people to be like the worst offenders of all. These are the type of people that say, you know what, I wish you were tolerant of my ideology, even though I'm going to shove it down your throat and be extremely obnoxious with it. You should accept and tolerate my personality and my thought process. But if you have any critique of it or any disdain towards it, or you just don't want to be a part of it, I'm going to socially ridicule you and make sure that your life is a living hell on any kind of social media platform whatsoever. But these are the same people that want people to tolerate them, and these are the same ones that are playing victim on all social media platforms, talking about how they are oppressed even, and they lack human rights. And I'm trying to figure out, this is the easiest society has ever been, ever. Like, you're not in bondage, you're not in slavery, you're not in indentured servitude, you're not doing anything out the way. You just want people to believe that you're nonsense, and they don't have to. And I find that absolutely appalling and annoying. Like, I don't want to believe in that nonsense, and you can't force me to. And if you want to do that over there, that's perfectly fine. Just don't force me to do it. But yes, Twitter is interesting in the way they say, you know what? You're just a bigot. Like, you could say like the most common sense thing whatsoever. You could say, hey, this oxygen is O2 and water is HO2, right? You can hydrogen and oxygen put together, water, right? You could say that, and they will be like, no, and then they will proceed to block you, and then they will proceed to call you names and call you bigots and so forth and so forth. And I find it weird because these are the people now. The ones that would in day-to-day life would get shoved in a locker are now the bullies. I find that absolutely hilarious. Annoying, but hilarious at the same time. I'm like, 10, 20 years ago, I probably would have shoved you in a locker. Maybe 15 years ago, I would have shoved you in a locker, no doubt. But because people wanted to be quote-unquote tolerant, and you gave these people an inch, they took a mile, and now look at us. Normal people can't even live their day-to-day. You can't even go around saying that you don't want to date a dude with a penis. You can't say that, because if you do say that, that is misogynistic, homosexual. I mean, not homo. Well, it is a homosexual. It's homophobic. It's transphobic, and you're a bigot. At that point, it's not about the person who won on their last journey. It's about their image of moral and sensitive superiority. Well, of course, they have this superiority complex, or they do this whole bunch of grandstanding nonsense. Not like, but at the same time, you just as worst as me. It's just the fact is, I just say it outright. I don't care. Like, I don't. I mean, again, it's unfortunate that the thing happened to the brother, and I'm like, he shouldn't have did that, but I don't care. Yep, I've been speaking against the falsehood of tolerance for the longest. Yes, you have. And people like you will never be heard. Nobody's playing whatsoever. But yeah, people like you, I might as well go full screen if I'm going to talk like this. People like you will never be heard, because it's too much like right. Sad thing, they are pushing this on children. Yes, they are. And people are talking about it, but the people who have the power right now are the people who are subjecting children to this nonsensical behavior. And people in general, like people that have status, celebrities, and all this other stuff, they are too scared of these people to actually say, you know what, it's stupid, it's corny. They're too caught up in the I have to be on the right side of history, whatever that means, or I have to say what's politically correct right now, because if I don't, everything that I worked for will be gone. And I find it absolutely annoying, because at this point, nobody's genuine anymore. Don't even get me started on the my opinion is fact people. These are the same idiots who think that not being offended is a constitutional right. Look, we all understand what facts and fiction are, right? We all understand what opinions are, and we understand what facts are, right? Facts are based in objectivity, they are based in reality, and opinions are based in subjectivity and based in feelings, right? You can use facts to make your opinion stronger, you can use facts to say this is why I don't condone this, this, and this, right? But at the end of the day, an opinion, for the most part, not in every situation, cannot be objectively true. Therefore, it is an opinion. Everybody who is normal understands this. It's just the weirdos that don't, for whatever reason. I don't get it. I wish I could understand it, but I truly don't get it. But the thing is, though, like here's the thing. It's so bad with Twitter. If I see he, she, they, them, or any kind of pronoun in your bio, oh, I'm not going for it. Like, I cannot take you seriously. If you are really that delusional that you think that putting a pronoun on something gives you some kind of status or whatever, or it validates every opinion that you had, I can't take you seriously. At that point, I'm literally just screaming into the ether. There's no point in me continuing a conversation with you. But these people will literally hawk you down and harass you. And then here's the thing: they will harass you and then complain that you're harassing them. Like, you didn't have to speak to me. Ironically, you didn't have to speak. You chose to speak to me, and what happened. But I guess I'm tripping. Like, is it really odd in this day and age that you can that you really can't verbalize that I'm a straight heterosexual black man? If you want to do your weird stuff on the side, because I'm going to call it weird because it's weird. If you want to do your weird stuff over there, that's perfectly fine. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Long as you're not imposing that on me or trying to impose that on other people and make them. You can ask them if they want to participate, but if you're trying to impose and force them into that, I'm not cool with that. And then I'm going to push back on that. I'm sorry. It's weird, bro. Like, people on Twitter, if you're into the whole furry stuff and masquerading around as some kind of anime female, you are weird. I'm sorry. You're weird. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. You're absolutely weird. Get over it. If you're one of those people that's talking about I'm a he, she, they, them, and all that other nonsense, you are weird. Something's wrong with you. I'm going to say it. I'm not going to be apologetic about it. You're weird. You're absolutely weird. Somebody has to say it. You're weird. If you're one of those people that go around masquerading as a quote-unquote non-binary, you're weird. I'm sorry. You're weird. Hey, you can live that lifestyle if you want to, but I just find it weird. Nothing wrong with saying that. Some young punks legitimately try to argue against proven science and biology. Arguing against a theory is one thing, but proven fact, come on. Yes, once it becomes a proven fact, that means by now it is law. That means it is law. People want things that are clearly not just to be just. Exactly. My thing is, why do we have to keep trying to twist and contort everything? Like, if I would have went 15 years ago, I'm 29 now. Let's go back to 14-year-old me. 15 years ago, if I would have told my 15-year-old self or 14-year-old self, there's a thing called non-binaries, I would have looked at me like, bro, what is that? Like, I knew what gay was. I knew what lesbians were. I knew what these things were. That doesn't mean I dove into it or anything, but I understood what they were, and they can live their life over there. But if you would have told me that 15 years later, as my 14-year-old self, that, hey, not only are there non-binaries, these things that doesn't have any kind of gender construct, or they're gender fluid, or if they would have told me that, hey, you are going to be forced, and this stuff is going to be in textbooks now, in colleges, that you have to abide by, I would have looked at, get me out of here. If I want to see a man wearing a dress, if I see a man wearing a dress, I'm gonna think that's weird. And yes, because it is. That is not natural. That is not normal. Society been on a downward spiral for decades. Yes, sir. I agree. This newer generation is in trouble, most definitely. But it's my generation's fault because we are raising this new generation to be weird. Like, I truly don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe because I'm not. Because here's the thing. Like I literally get legit criticisms for saying that I am not LGBTQ plus positive, whatever it is. I am not one of y'all allies. I'm not with that. That is weird. But here's the thing. Like I'm not with it, but I'm not against it. It's so forth as long as you are doing that in your own spare time with allowing and consenting people. What I mean by consenting people are adults that can give clear consent, not children. That is perfectly fine. The moment we cross the line with children and there are laws saying that I have to abide by your pronoun nonsense, no, I'm not cool with that. I definitely object. Ironically, the people who whine the most about oppression are doing the most to oppress others by trying to force people to be tolerant of their nonsense. Well, of course, this is why I was saying earlier about pretty much freedom of speech is being under attack, but nobody wants to talk about that because that's not fun. And going back to the whole FGC in general, I said it in Twitter. I'm like, if you really think about it, this whole LGBTQIA politically correctness, it has infested the FGC. It's so bad to the point where if you look at the normal streamer, and I'm not trying to throw shots at them, they got to make their money. I respect that. But if you look at the average streamer, they don't have a personality. There's nothing that's separating them from another streamer that's just sitting there playing video games all day. And ain't nothing wrong with that. And I understand why they do it. Granted, they don't want the spotlight on them. They don't want to be the guy that's like, oh yeah, he's trying to be a heel, or he doesn't want to have to deal with getting trolled relentlessly by Twitter people over the fact that he thinks that being straight is normal. He doesn't want to, those type of people, they don't want to be bothered with that, and that's perfectly fine. But at that point, the FGC and day-to-day people, they lose personality. All of these are these happy-go-lucky Billy Bob people that believe in all this nonsense, quote-unquote believe in. I'm like, nobody believes in this crap, man. Nobody within their right mind believes in that. I'm sorry. Love using emo charged terms like oppression to argue their falsehood. Yes. The word for the day in this stream is self-fulfilling prophecy when it comes down to to Twitter, the FGC, and this LGBTQIA stuff. It is definitely self-fulfilling prophecy. They do things that will piss anybody off, and they get mad when they get the reaction that they thought they was going to get in the first place. That's what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. But no, I really do feel like the FGC has been devoid of personality for the longest. Like, people are no longer people whatsoever. It's so bad to the point where in like, whether it be PSN, PC, or just online in general, I can't see no name or go under no profile without some kind of weird flag. And here, why does it have so many flags? Whether it's the trans flag, the LGBTQIA flag, some other weird flag. Well, what is all this? Humans are social creatures by nature, so we are programmed against things opposed to the social/common good, things that hinder it. Well, what you described is a person that's in their right mind, but I'm going to say something that people are not going to like. The LGBTQIA is running the world right now by absolute fear. They're running it by fear, bro. People don't want to stick. I will hold the L. I'm going to say it. The LGBTQIA is running things by fear. What's up, School? Welcome to the stream. I know I haven't been streaming lately, and I apologize to people like you and Loveless and all the people who have followed and donated to the stream. I got to do better. I've been half-assing. I'm not gonna lie, I have. But we have to be honest, bro. They are definitely ruling things by fear. They are ruling with an iron fist. It is literally a dictatorship of these weird people that was at once the minority, got a little bit of power, and now they're claiming to be the majority. But most people don't realize these weird people. How many trans people do you meet on the day-to-day basis? Hardly any. How many gay people do you meet on a daily basis? A lot. But here's the thing: the weirdos online, they will make you dislike gay people. Gay people are cool. I have several gay people in my family. I love my cousins. They're gay. One of them is super flamboyant, and he's a good person. have nothing but the utmost respect for them. And most people I've met that are gay in my day-to-day life are fine. They're cool. They don't push this weird crap. It's the weirdos on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so forth and so forth that push this weird crap that make you hate these people. Thank you, Scoop. I appreciate that. But yeah, they really make you dislike these people. Like, there are really good people. There are even cool trans people. I've ran into them there and they like, look, I don't push this on anybody else. I understand this is my lifestyle. I wouldn't promote it to anyone else. And they have my utmost respect. But it's the small group of people in the corner that scream the loudest that make all the other movements look bad. Look, if you want to be trans, great. If you want to be gay, great. If you want to be lesbian, great. Whatever have you be that. But just, again, as I keep saying it, I keep iterating because I have to say it over and over again because people tend to be a little bit stupid. Long as you're not enforcing that on other people and subjecting people to that don't want to follow that, that's fine. I don't go around saying you have to be straight. You don't got to do that if you don't want to. I'm just saying if everybody turned gay, the human race would cease to exist. But if you want to be gay, go do it. But the Twitter nerds and the FGC Twitter nerds now, they make you really have a disdain towards these kind of people. They just do. I'm sorry. Like, when the last time have you ever had a fruitful conversation with somebody on Twitter that led to a, you know what, I disagree with you, but I understand. Most people think that a disagreement automatically means arguing. No. A disagreement is fine. I could disagree with a lot of people. Me and Vindicated, we probably disagree on a lot of things. But as long as we come to a mutual understanding and respect of each other's points of view, we're golden. Same thing with anybody else. Same thing with Scoop. If I had an argument, I wouldn't say argument. We had a debate with Scoop and we have two totally different perspectives. And I realize I cannot change your mind and you realize you can't change my mind. As long as we have a mutual respect for each other's and each other's points of view, even though we can't change each other's mind, that's perfectly fine. But now I understand where you're coming from. Like, you know what? I don't agree with it, but I get it, you know? Same thing with me. He might not agree with what I do, but he gets it. Man woke up and decided to speak nothing but facts. Man, I'm speaking common sense. Like, this is the way I was raised. I wasn't raised to sit here and argue with people over dumb shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody loves Twitter trolling. Twitter trolling is fun because these people are so weird and stupid. I have a saying, like, thank you, Scoop, for the $9. I'll put it $10, bro. I have a saying, when I used to, like, mess with Red Ranger a lot, or I see people that do things, or, like, LTG, I'm like, LTG, Red Ranger, Wings of Redemption, other people like that, they give off an energy, right? You might not have the intention to troll them or, you know, pester them or provoke them, but they act in such a way where it just makes you want to mess with them. It makes you want to fuck with them. It just does. And I try not to do that. But when people make such nonsensical arguments and they whine and complain about some of the most dumbest things possible, when there's way bigger issues out there, I just feel the need to fuck with you. I'm like, stop being such a pussy. I just have to say it. Just stop being such a pussy. And that's what that's essentially what Twitter is now. And let me tell you why. And in general, when it comes down to online, people are such pussies because they can say what they want online, and the moment they get any bit of pushback, they automatically want to block you. Listen to some of the things people say online. Like, you could say some of the most tamest, modest things ever. Like, just mild. It's very mild, right? The next thing you know is a person is calling you all kinds of names. You're this, and this. And if I just say, hey, what do you look like? Next thing you know, we got to ban him. He's being disrespectful. I just think it's silly. Why try to force people who don't, bro, you got to stop cursing, man. I'm really trying not to curse here. Who don't mess with you to tolerate you when you could focus on the people who actually believe in your cause and join willingly. LGBTQ is inept. Here's the crazy thing about the LGBTQA, and I just sit back and watch it, but I promise you, if you just sit back and just look at the stuff, you will see what I'm talking about. The people who actually support them, that are, I wouldn't say extremists, but the people who support them, but that also don't throw their brain on the side and then run over it with a Ford F-150. These are the type of people that get ostracized from that community, and they'll say, "Hey, you're not totally agreeing with everything we say, even though you are for us, but you're just trying to get us to think logically or think of somebody else's perspective besides our own, we hate you. We cannot tolerate you, and therefore we must kick you out. That doesn't make any sense if you're trying to build a healthy community. It's the same thing with the FGC, minus the LGBTQA, just the fighting game scene in general. Have you noticed that people in fighting games can never have differences of opinion without it either getting A, personal, B, a real assault on character, or 3, somebody's getting blocked, or D, somebody asking for a first to 5 like that solves anything. And let me go ahead and say this right now. Running a set does not solve, just because you're better than somebody at a video game does not dispute their point whatsoever. It doesn't. I don't know why people in the FGC do this, but it just doesn't. Me beating somebody in a fighting game does not dispute their point. They could still be right. I could be better than them and they could still be right. I don't understand, like, is that supposed to be an ego trip or something? But I don't understand why people do that. Like, beating somebody in a set does not prove that you're right. It only proves that you can beat them in a set, or right now that you're better than them. That's all it proves. But going back to the whole, like, that, I'm really starting to realize that the FGC and the LGBTQIA is one and the same. If you really look at it, the FGC will never grow because of the people that's in it, that infested, that are toxic. And I'm not using the word toxic in a very broad sense. I'm gonna use it in this specific way. People who sit there and use the fighting games that they play as escapism and bully others because their life actually sucks, right? And what I mean by bully others, I mean the same people who gatekeep, the same people who try to shun people's opinions because they're lower ranks, the same people who try to act like their word is the gospel, the same type of people who say that you suck even though you just picked up the game, the same people who boost, the same people who cheat, the same people who promote certain ideologies I'm not going to say right now. Those are the people who are actually toxic. Not because a person talks a little trash, not because a person has a difference of opinion than you. That does not make you toxic. That's just a difference of opinion in a person that's just talking shit. You can be an asshole, doesn't mean you're toxic. People like to put the word asshole and toxic as if they're one and the same. They're not. Like, it's so bad right now that a person will take a person teabagging as a sign of super toxic traits. I'm like, no, he's salty. Like, or the person, yeah, most of the time he's salty. Like, you can be a salty winner. I don't get it. Nobody's joining this session. I guess I need to go. Is it? Hold on. Do I have it on a private slide? Maybe I have it on a private slide. Let me fix that. I had it on a private slide. That's why nobody could join. That's why. My bad, y'all. You say it's an ego thing. We see this all the time on PSN Shield. Hell, BP brought it up, beating me 5-0, like it was everything to him. Because people do things for some sort of good or what they presume is good. People know certain things are wrong, so they just don't like being convicted by truth. My thing is, if you know what you're doing is wrong, it's wrong. Like, just own up to it. Easier said than done, of course. My only problem is when people try to give bad narratives or like bad reasoning, or they try to justify what they're dude, you know you being a dick right now. You know you being an ass, right? Here's my thing, right? Okay, another thing I find toxic about the FGC that nobody talks about is any criticism about the game that a person likes is automatically turned into ridicule, right? So let's say I don't like Tekken 8, right? Me personally, I cannot say that. I will say this. I don't like the direction that Tekken 8 is going, right? It's going the same direction as Tekken 7, and I didn't like Tekken 7. So if it's going in the same direction, by default, more than likely, I'm not going to like Tekken 8, right? Just using common sense. If I were to say that, I promise you I would have a lot of people jumping down my throat talking about you could never get out of green ranks, false. You can never get out of blue ranks, false. You can't get Tekken God ranks, false. You can't do this, false. You're a screw up, false. And then stupidity. Let's say I wasn't a person with thick skin, right? Because that doesn't faze me. Let's say I was a new player, right? And I say I don't like Tekken 8. I don't think I like the direction it's going. You just alienated another person from playing this game potentially, right? This is why the fighting game community has mixed feelings, especially on social media too, bro. Here's my thing. I'm not saying you cannot like Tekken 8. If you want to play it, play it. I'm just saying I don't like it. You don't have to take my opinion as gospel. I don't like it. I'm not much part of the FGC, to be honest, but I do keep gaming section in my server. Well, yeah, you are more of the philosophical, talk about life kind of guy, and I respect that. I like that, because I have a section where we talk about life, but it's more catered towards gaming. But again, I just find it weird the way people act when it comes down to this FGC stuff, man. And the people that take this stuff to heart. Here's my thing, and again, I'm going to get criticized for it. You can clip this or whatever, but I really don't feel like the FGC should be your personality trait. Just because you play fighting games and good at fighting games doesn't mean that A, you're a good person, and B, that this is all there is to you. A lot of people look at people that are fighting, that are good at fighting games, as if they're good people. Those are two totally different things. You can be good at fighting games and a terrible person. You can be a good person and terrible at fighting games. A lot of people think that the two are mutually exclusive. I'm like, no, not at all. Let's take people like LTG, for example. You will think LTG is, I would say, moderate at fighting games, but depending on who you talk to, he's a terrible person. I think that he's an idiot, but an idiot in the sense that he doesn't think before he speaks. Let's take a person like Red. Red is the thing that you don't want to be in a lot of senses. Not to talk trash about him, but he's not really good at fighting games, and a lot of the times he's not a really good person. Even though he has good qualities, he doesn't, on a day-to-day basis, if you have to average it out, he's not really a good person. Let's take a person like me. I don't think I'm the best person in the world either. I'm just happen to be good at fighting games. And I just have to have different opinions. He said, I'm not much into the FGC. Oh, I see that. I miss the old FGC for real. Like, the FGC now is just way too soft. Well, of course, because you can't say anything. It's just like sports. There are people who are good at sports, but are also terrible people. Well, yes, but the thing is, if the person has a lot of clout, if they have a lot of success within that niche or within that genre, people automatically associate these people as good people, only to have their dreams shattered when they actually meet these people and say, this person's not what I thought he was. Well, here's the thing. You're building a parasocial relationship with a person that you never met, and then once you meet that person, they're going to show you who they really are. They was that person the entire time, but you built up in your head an image of what you thought this person was supposed to be, and now it's shattered. And this is why council culture is so strong, because, like, let's say Nee said something that was way out of the way, right? And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe Nee said that. You don't even know this man. How do you know his philosophies and what he's going to think? I'm like, well, he said it. It is what it is. I can choose to judge it or not. Make the old FGC great again, bro. Here's the thing. The old FGC was way more toxic than it is now. People would not make it in that. People get hurt over the most silliest things. Oh, right. I forgot to change the name. Oops. Give me 1 second. And that's why it's important to separate art from the artist. Well, of course, but it's just that people, including myself, when I was younger, had a bad habit of not doing that for whatever reason. I just didn't do it. And here's the problem with anybody who's trying to, I don't know if anybody's in my chat right now is trying to make it into the FGC, or they're trying to be like internet famous or whatever. And if you are, nothing wrong with that. The problem comes into play is you cannot be authentic and make it. And a lot of people realize that. Yeah, true, bro. Look at online, for example, especially ranked. Exactly. But the thing is, you cannot be real and make it. What's up, Susano? If you are a real person in the FGC, I promise you, from my own experiences alone, you will be ostracized. If you speak your mind and stand on it and do not bend and become a malleable person to these weirdos, you will be ostracized. You will have a hard time. And here's the sad thing about it is people will still fuck with you. They will still support you, but they will never support you openly, because they know deep down that people use this whole guilt by association thing. So let's say you say something and they know deep down that you're right. They're not going to defend you, because they're like, well, I don't want to go through the same thing he's going through right now. I enjoy my friends. It's comfortable to have friends, even though that deep down I do not agree with anything this person says, but they are nice to me and I'm lonely. People don't want to deal with that hard reality that is lonely. And if you're a real person and you're true to yourself, you're not going to have a lot of friends. What's up, Sand King? Most people don't want to admit that. I'm cool with it now. Don't get me wrong. I have my days where I'm like, you know what? It would be cool to have somebody I could just hit up and kick it with. But at the same time, I'm like, is it really worth me sacrificing saying what I really want to say and being who I really am just to convince some people that really don't care for me in the first place to like me? Now, I'm not saying that I have to be a ass about everything and just be inconsiderate of everybody else. No, I'm not saying that. But if I have to compromise what I really want to say and who I really am as a person just to be cool with some people that don't care, I shouldn't be hanging with you. One thing I want to be done is that I want 10 normal people to take one look at the FGC and tell me what they think. I've literally done this. I went to my workplace and I've shown them people that are in the FGC, and I literally asked for their honest opinions. And the reason why they can't give you a biased opinion because they really don't know me and they don't know this person. So they're just gonna say what's naturally coming to my mind, and there's no consequence to it. And they say they're weird. I'm gonna be real with you. They say that they're weird. Like I've literally described Red Ranger to a T to a lot of my coworkers, and they said this dude is weird, right? I know Red Ranger, and I know that he has his issues, and he's underneath all of it. He's somewhat okay. He's misguided, but he's all right. But the average person looks at FGC members and think that they're fucking weird. Same thing with this whole LGBTQIA stuff. Like, the average person looks at this person and think that this nigga's fucking weird. Like, I can't blame them. It's weird. Like, who's gonna sit there and take somebody seriously that's 6'6", wearing a dress, white man wearing a wig, all pink, talking about you're a cisgendered heterosexual male. How dare you not understand my oppression? That sounds ludicrous. It sounds absolutely absurd. But hey, to each his own, I guess. People who lack fortitude in this current society will compromise integrity. But the thing is, the integrity is all you have. You wonder why depression is skyrocketing? Because you're hanging with people that do you no good. You're hanging around people that you know deep down, if they knew who you really were, they won't fuck with you. And you know that. And rather than be to yourself or find the few people who, like Loveless said earlier, that actually want to be around you for you, you just keep going around these people that don't like you whatsoever. What I want to know is what to do with these people do outside of fighting games. I'm over here doing my degree job. Done after the summer and saving up for a house. What are they doing? Like, look, from what I've seen, a whole bunch of nothing. There will be a lot of trash talkers and haters when you get into FGC 2, especially doubters doubting you, bro. You just got to prove them all wrong with your playing and beat them. Well, I've been doing that since I came into the FGC. I'll say this much: some of the members of the FGC are far too gone and can't be saved. But my thing is, it's not about saving them. I don't care about saving them. I'm trying to get to the people that still have some common sense left before they get corrupted by these weird people. And here's the thing, I'm gonna keep calling them weird people. You're like, oh chill, that's so rude and disrespectful, and you're such an ass. I'm gonna have to be an asshole, and I'm gonna have to be rude because these people are weird. Like, once you make up terms that I have to go by now, you're absolutely If you look at me as a man and say, you know what, something's wrong with you because I don't want to have intercourse with a transsexual man, something is definitely wrong with you. You took your brain and ran over it with a truck. I'm sorry. Some people ain't willing to switch outside of fighting games. Well, of course not. Here's the thing I've noticed that nobody wants to say. I've seen a lot of people say it lately. They say, well, I use fighting games as a form of escapism. Right? Now, we all need breaks, right? We all need breaks, right? But a lot of people take escapism to the deep end, right? And my thing is, you face your problems. My mother, my father, they both have raised me, and they always told me, if you got something to do, you handle that. You do that first, and then you go to your form of escapism, or then you relax and you chill out. Not you put your problems on the back burner and then you go play video games and escape from your actual reality. So let me go ahead and put this in a scenario. If you know that you're fat and you're out of shape and you don't like it, and this is the root cause of your depression, instead of just going and playing more video games, why don't you go fix the problem about your overweight? So therefore, once you lose the weight, you can enjoy the video games even more because the problem that's causing your depression is fixed. If you know that you have low self-esteem, fix your self-esteem. Don't hide behind video games and say that, oh yeah, this is fixing my... No, it's not. Because no matter how good you get at the game, it's not gonna make you happy. If you look at the characteristics and the people that play these video games all the time, they're fucking miserable. And I was one of them at one point. I'm not gonna sit there and when I look at some of my past behavior with Red Ranger, I'm like, bro, I was absolutely miserable. And you wanna know why? Because I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you're a fucking loser. You're gaining weight. Your life is stagnant. And you're dumping all these hours into this video game. And granted, I like them and I want to do something with it, but not this way. And once I start trying to fix things slowly but surely, I'm like, you know what? I don't like the way I look. I want to be shredded. I want to look great. I lost the weight. I got plenty of muscle. Okay, that's one thing down. Let's get my finances together. Got more money in my bank account. Great. All right, now that I play games, now I'm way more relaxed. I'm chilling. I don't care. Having a good time. I never play games for escapism. I just want a little leisure time from work, and that's great. But most of the people who are playing these video games are using it as a form of escapism. They're not playing the games just for fun, or they're not playing the game just for their competitiveness and everything outside of that competitive sphere. They deal with that on their own time. They bring their problems into the game. Being honest about a person's personal mannerisms to said person is not disrespectful. It would be disrespectful to lie to that person about their nonsense. Well, of course. But that's why people don't like talking to me, because talking to me is talking to a mirror. I'm going to tell you, look, you're a loser. And it's just the truth. Like, my thing is, I told somebody when I was playing Tekken 7 one day, right? Because he was boasting about his Tekken ranks and whatnot, right? And I was like, okay, so what does that do for you outside of this game? Outside of this community and these few people, what does this do for you? Are you a good person? Do you have skills? Are you sociable? Do people want to be around you? If the answer to all those questions are no, you got some things you need to fix. He got mad at me. He's like, where's your Tekken God Primes? I'm like, I don't have that, nor do I care. Like, and here's the thing, nothing you do or nothing you say to me about getting better at the game is going to faze me whatsoever, because I don't care. I know I have skill. I'm confident in myself. I know I'm good enough at the game. That doesn't bother me. And if I really do want to take it to that next level, then I know what I need to do. I need to put in the work. No problem with that. But my thing is, though, like, imagine, like, you start off playing video games, like we started in the FGC at 18, 19, 20. Because there are kids that are starting off at 18, 19, 20. And then you're 36. Your life has passed you by. You ain't won no majors. You ain't won no tournaments at all. You ain't got no degrees. And I don't really care for degrees. I think the college education system is stupid. You ain't got no trades. You don't have any skills. You don't have any, your work history is spotty. You don't have any consistency in your work history. You have nothing. You don't have a woman. You don't have any children. You don't have a house, no cars, no nothing. That's sad. But these are the same people that are still playing the games that are fixing their problems. He said escapism is an issue because it is based in ignoring reality. Exactly. But truth is based on reality, which is good. These the same people are the ones entertaining the nonsense of today. Well, of course. Well, the thing is, the old saying goes, misery likes company. So if I'm miserable, well, I won't say me, but if a person's miserable, they want you to be miserable with you. They go say, you know what, screw your job, become good at Tekken, don't do anything else, right? Don't pursue your passions. I will encourage anybody that watches my streams or watches my channel, chase your passions. Chase them. If you want to be a YouTuber, fine, do it. If you want to be a cook, fine, do it. If you want to be a professional bodybuilder, do it. If you want to be a guitarist or whatever, do it. If you want to be an office worker, do it. If you want to work a trade, do that. This is just a means to an end. Like, I would tell anybody also, if you're watching my channel Oh yeah, the FGC is definitely being weird. If you're watching my channel, you should never be watching my channel when you have shit to do. I'm gonna repeat myself one more time for people that didn't hear me. If you have shit to do, you should not be watching my channel. This is a side hustle for me, right? YouTube is a side hustle, right? So that means you are gifting me the time that you can never get back. I'm gonna say it one more time. For people who are younger than me, remember, I'm 29 going on 30. For people who are watching me right now, if you have shit to do, cut this stream off, go do what you need to do, come back. A lot of streamers are not going to tell you this because it's going to put a dent in their pockets. But you're giving me your precious time. You're giving me the most valuable resource that you can possibly get, that you possibly have. You do not get this back. So if you have things to do and you know you got things to do, get off my stream, go take care of it. I will be here. There's always videos you can watch. There's always VODs you can watch. There's archive streams you can watch. I will be here. Your time, you're not going to get back, because when shit gets real, you are by yourself. As much as I like you guys and you guys are great, I don't know you. And I cannot help you if shit gets real because you didn't handle your responsibilities. That's all I'm saying. Well, we got our first match, guys, so let's go ahead and start playing some games, I guess. You said at the very least take fighting games for fun casually. I mean, you could be competitive and casual at the same time. A lot of people try to differentiate the two. Like, you can't be both. You can be casual and still be competitive, just as long as it's not like taking up your entire life. Gigas. You can do it.
Get ready for the next battle.
You said today is one of your off days? Then by all means, relax, enjoy the stream. But I'm talking about for the people who actively they waste their time on here. Like, bro, please go do something else. Go eat, go work out, go talk with friends and family, do something else. Be mindful, I haven't played in a minute, so if I get destroyed, I just get destroyed. It just is what it is.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2.
Congratulations on graduating. Oh God.
KO. Round 3. Fight. KO.
You said that while saying that was down 4-2.
Round 4. Fight.
But yeah, like my thing about my channel is I really do want to promote a positive message for people. I want people to do something outside of the games, right? And if you really want to do this, take it seriously and then blah, 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 right? But another thing I realized too is a lot of people like to use the video games or the people they watch to blame them for the reason why their life sucks. Let's take the people who sit there and idolize people like that stream and they say, well, I wasted so much of my years watching this person when I could have been doing something else. And it's that person's fault of why I'm not successful. I'm like, no, it's your fault that you're not successful because you had time. You chose to give your time to this person instead of doing what you need to go do. The FGC needs to learn that they can't force people to agree with their ideologies. That would make people hate them. Well, of course, but most people don't want to do that. And even myself, I have to catch myself. I'm like, not everybody's going to think like me. So me trying to force people to think like me or trying to convince them to think like me, it's not only going to make them mad, it's going to make myself mad too. So like, I should probably just stop. It will be in everybody's best interest if I don't do that. And I need to learn to walk away from people when they start getting stupid. Or I realize that we're at a point where we just cannot talk or the conversation is going nowhere. It's at a stalemate. Bro, why don't accountability register with people in general? Because accountability is hard. That means you have to look at yourself and realize that I did something wrong. And most of us in the world, we look at everybody else, but we don't look at ourselves because we think that we're perfect. We don't want to say it, and nobody will outright say that. I think I'm perfect, but a lot of people, their actions show it.
KO.
I mean, it would be great if we were all accountable, but then the world would be a better place, and we can't have that. That's against the rules. Oops.
KO.
Narcissism is rampant, my dude. You ain't lying. Yes, of course. Most people, rather they want to. And here's the thing, like, to be funny, a lot of the most narcissistic people, they have no room to be narcissistic. I'm like, you're fat, you're ugly, your personality sucks. There's nothing good about you, but yet you have such confidence. I'm like, who gave you this confidence, and why do you have it? And you need to go give it back. A lot of people have lost humility. Hey, babe. Welcome to the stream. Having a great conversation so far. We're talking about FGC Twitter, how weird it is. Talking about life in general and how people that watch me, that don't have their shit together, should not watch me and go get their shit together. And I tell myself that all the time. I need to stop watching people and get my shit together. What's up, Taness? You're the one of the main culprits, Taness, while I'm talking. You're one of the main people I want to talk about. You are one of those people in the FGC that actually pisses me off on a spiritual level. What you do to me is something that irritates my soul. When it comes down to Tekken 7, you blame your inadequacies on your opponent, just like certain other people do. Like you sincerely do that. Like you blame your inadequacies on the fact that the opponent is playing stupid. I'm like, the opponent gonna play how they want to play. You can't tell them how to play. I used to do that shit too. Or the moment that you find a real challenge, you don't stay. And you can't sit there and tell me you don't, because I've seen you do it. Like when there's a real challenge, somebody who's really giving you a hard time, instead of, mentally hunkering down and saying, you know what am I doing wrong? How do I fix this problem? Is there anything I can do at the moment that I can make small adaptation that can change the game monumentally in my favor? You don't do that. You just rage and throw your controller. That's what you do. That is annoying. I lose gracefully at any game, bro. I be getting smacked, dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I be getting wrecked. Mr. Entertainment. And it's a Leroy. I'm still gonna pick Gigas. But no, more than just the FGC Tenez, like a lot of the behaviors that you show me over time really gets on my nerve. It does. It does. To me, Tenez, to be honest, you are very drama-filled. You are a very drama-filled person. You are not happy with what you are in life, but you're content with it, so it's comfortable, so you're gonna stay there. But yet, your anger translates into everyday like activities, just talking with people. You couldn't even, here's the thing, Tenez, you can't even have a regular conversation with me without getting in your feelings or getting really mad. If I want to talk to you on a serious level, you cannot have a conversation with me with either A, feeling defeated, or B, getting really, really angry for no reason.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Gigas.
That's all I'm saying. Just be like LTG no matter what happens. It's because the other guy you're playing sucks. No, I had to admit it at one point too. I'm like, sometimes that dude is just better than me. All right. Sometimes it's just the fact that I can't adapt fast enough. I just can't. Whatever flowchart he's using is going to work, and it's going to continue to work because right now I can't adapt to it. I don't know what to do, and it's okay to admit that, hey, I don't know what to do, and I'm getting my ass stomped. It happens. You know? Or a lot of people, you know what's the killer? The funniest thing I hear in ranked matches are the people that say, hey, you're being a tryhard in ranked. Now, it's one thing to say it funnily, being funny or just being sarcastic, but it's another thing when you're dead ass mad because somebody's trying hard in ranked match when that's the entire purpose of ranked matches, to try hard to get a rank. That doesn't make any sense. To me, anyway.
Time to take out.
Can't speak for everybody else, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, that's the wrong punish. All right, it pairs everything. How's he not dead?
KO. Round 2.
What is my opinion on rank doesn't matter. That's the stupidest thing ever. And I'll tell you why. Because the people who cannot get the rank and they beat a person that's high ranked, the first thing they say is, well, you're a fake rank. I keep doing the wrong punish. He did it. I thought you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I can't believe he did that though. Nice. Might want to get up. Oh, that's a full. Oh, wow, that's crazy. I shouldn't have pressed right there.
Round 3. Fight.
Ah, the parry. Parry. Oh. You could have killed me right there. That's not real. That's minus 15.
Round 4. Fight.
That is so cheese. I don't know how to get around that. I'll take that. Right, low, good low.
You lose.
When I'm at Ryujin rank in player matches, I am not going to try to destroy like a yellow or green rank. Why would I turn people away from the game? Like, it's like, yeah, it's like when I play fighting games online, I usually play to learn and just practice so I can learn from past mistakes, as you should. Gatekeepers in ranked, definitely. I think it depends on the game. In Street Fighter V, you can get to high ranks just by grinding and the rank never resets. Well, that's true. I don't take people seriously when they try to pull the whole "you're struggling against me, so you're not that good," because they made the assumption that their opponent's going serious. Well, of course, well that's one thing, and two, like at the end of the day, you still lost. Like regardless if that person, if he's struggling against you or not, the result was still the same. You lost. You got your ass beat. So using the whole logic of when it says rank doesn't matter and oh my god, you're a Tekken god and you're struggling against a green rank or a purple rank or whatever. I'm like, that doesn't matter. Here's the thing, if you're good, you're good, right? The only thing I say about rank should be an indicator. As I said in previous videos, rank should be an indicator of where you should be, not where you're actually at, where you should be. There are people that are not where they're supposed to be in a bad way. And then there's people that are not where they're supposed to be in a good way. Like they're low rank, but they play very well. And there's people that are very high that play like trash. Gosh, you did it. That's my fault. I should just like stay still. I'll take it. Do it. He's gonna do another whatchamacallit. Take that. You really went for that.
Round 2. Fight.
Ouch. Why did I duck? So much parry.
Round 3. Fight.
I can't. I can't sidestep. I'm Gigas. What am I doing? Why did I duck? He has me trained. He has me trained to duck now.
Round 4. Fight.
Ow.
Weak.
Again, I can't. I don't know what to do. I lost.
You lose.
GG. Reddit post be like, I am too nice at this game. Bro, you're not that nice. I literally just got trolled. I don't know. Maybe I could have grabbed him out of that. Maybe I couldn't have. I don't know. The best part about green rank gets one win after they run away from a Tekken god rank who is not supposed to be a green rank gameplay and post it on Reddit. Bro, that is the worst. Egomaniacs, bro, they get one win and leave. But the thing is, like, okay, let's say I'm playing ranked right now. Let's say I wasn't doing a session like this where it's just free to join 2 games. Let's say I would have fought that same Leroy. Let's say I would have picked my Tekken God Gigas on my other account, right? I would have kept playing him until I figured out a way to beat him. Either A, would have happened, I would have lost like 5 games straight and I was like, you know what, I can't beat you, I'm gonna hold the L. Or B, I would have kept playing him until I found a way to beat him. The problem comes into play is the moment I win, they're out of there, right? I hate that. You took 5 games off me, which means you clearly thought that you can get this rank up off me. But the moment I really figured you out, instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna adjust my gameplay accordingly, I'm just gonna leave. Then they're gonna try to lie so they didn't feel as bad about this. Bro, look, if you suck, you suck. even the best players get trolled, bro. Like, me gets trolled, Arslan gets trolled, we all get trolled, bro. Nobody's above it, bro. You can lose, you can get beat up. I don't understand people's mindset. I don't. Here's the thing. Okay, let me put it like this. I understand people's grievances. Like, there's cheese in the game. Like, let's say Leroy day one, Fakaram day one. There is cheese. I'll give it that. There are things that are absolutely in the game that are absolutely annoying that should have been patched or should never been in the game to begin with. Akuma, another prime example. Like, as much as I don't like Super Akuma's the way he plays his character, I don't know him as a person, but I don't like the character he plays because it literally breaks the rules of the game. I get that. But a lot of you, 9 times out of 10, most people, they just get their ass beat. They just get their ass beat, and they just don't know how to beat whatever's beating them. And then they say they just blame the game. I'm like, no, there's clear ways to get past that. It's just that you don't know what to do. And it's like, I'm not saying like dealing with a Kazuya Vortex on a knockdown. I'm talking about like dealing with Gigas. Easy. You just don't know how to do it. You don't know the matchup. A dude would say, you barely can beat me, knowing damn well they lost the set. Bro, rather I could barely beat you, rather I'm struggling with you, it does not matter. At the end of the day, the result was the same. You lost. If it was the NBA Finals and Michael Jordan won 4-3, well, that wasn't ever a 4-3. Let's say he won 4-2, or let's say LeBron won 4-3. Nobody cares about you saying they barely beat us. Nobody cares about you saying I almost had it. You didn't win. You lost the NBA Finals. Nobody cares. They were the superior team. They showed up. Things happened. They made the best of the situation. They won. It is what it is. Move on. You lost. A stable income being good at pressing buttons. I mean, you can make a stable income off of pressing buttons. You could do that. Fuck day one with no low damage hitbox. Yeah, see that was actual cheese, right? I get that. That's fine. If you mad about that, I get it. You know, no big deal. I get it. But if you're mad because you're just getting washed because it's your fault you're getting washed, don't come complaining over here. You should have learned the matchup.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist tournaments, Gigas.
In boxing, how you win matters, yes, because a lot of people complain about winning by points or, you know, I really do. Okay, I get that. Super Brooker, I get that. Because the thing with boxing is, a lot of boxers, they do not want to leave it in the judges' hands, right? Because the judges can manipulate the scorecards to say that a fight that everybody and their mother, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, could see the person won that fight, but that person will somehow lose because politics. So boxing, I get that. You're right. Boxing is some bullshit sometimes. I love boxing. Boxing is my favorite sport, but boxing is some bullshit. You say, fuck, they won, stable income, and boxing, they do boxing. What's up, AJ? We just chilling, man. Playing the game, talking about some shit, having a good time. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He did it. He went for parry?
Perfect. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, he's pressing.
Perfect.
Is that 2 perfects? He better not get God matched.
Fight.
Okay, he didn't get God matched. Okay, I'm about to say, if he gets God matched, that's crazy. Oh, what is he doing? That was good. That was smart. He's been showing me parry and I didn't believe him. That's on me. He could have parried that. Give me something. Oh, that was not what I wanted. That's 2 break. Ah, jabbed it. Down 4-1, down 4-1.
Round 4.
Cool, right on time. Yeah, we just chilling, man. Just chilling. He is not parrying that. Like, Tenez would parry that every time. I pressed 1. I didn't press 2. I'm letting him get these throws. I should have punished that. Oh, he's dead.
KO.
Okay, cool. I'm right on time. He said so many ways to win. TKO, KO, points, blood stoppage, 8 count, boxer not being able to fight back properly. You have too many ways to be effed over. I mean, here, but the thing about it is, like, okay, boxing is it's a blood sport, bro. Like, you can really get messed up in boxing. And, like, me personally, as a person who actually did it, with boxing, you leave your ego at the door. People say, you know what, I'm trying to please the fans. I got to show, like, I'm Rocky and I got to get up after getting knocked down three, 4 times. No, dude, you got to think about your health and your longevity, bro. You're not going to have a long career, bro, taking hits like that 24/7. So I understand why they have so many rules in place. But this is a video game. You could just always hit the rematch button. Like, bro, like this is a video game. You can hit the restart button, or you can, if you win enough matches, you can fight him again. You can message him and say, I want to fight you again. You can do that. In boxing, bro, you might not get back up again. You might actually have brain damage or something. Why do you do that? You can have brain damage. Oh, God. Fuck. Actually, sidestep with Gigas. That's crazy.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, wow.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Okay, he didn't even have to get hit by that.
Perfect.
Well, that's 2 games. Boxing is not a joke. There have been many people who died in the ring. Exactly. That's not something you play with. Like boxing and Tekken 7 are 2 totally different things. Like Tekken 7, you can again rematch and still live, right? I've never heard of somebody, like, quote unquote dying from getting beat up in Tekken. I've heard of plenty of people died from getting punched in the face. I know one dude got beat to death for calling a gay boxer the hard F, and then the ref didn't stop the fight. And here's the thing: the ref should go to jail. I mean, he should go to prison. If a ref sits there, because the job of a ref is to protect the fighters. When the fighter cannot protect himself, the dude done lost consciousness, he's still getting beat up on. The ref should definitely get fired and go to prison, because you're an accessory to murder. The dude died. Well, manslaughter in this case. But yeah, you allowed that man to die based off of whatever premise you thought is okay, or some kind of moral justice, social justice warrior thing. Look, yes, he got called derogatory terms. I'm pretty sure that ass beating was more than enough. He didn't deserve to die for it, in my opinion. Now, I'm pretty sure there are certain people that would disagree with me, mainly probably the social justice warriors and so forth and so forth. But I really don't believe the dude should have lost his life. Not over something. It's not something like that. It's just words. He does realize I'm a Tekken god, right? There's also been boxers. Oh shit, my bad. We have somebody in here who likes to talk trash to me. But there also are. You said there have also been boxers who got permanent disabilities because of the ref didn't stop the fight. Muhammad Ali, bro, he sat there and let him get beat on. Yeah, I guess. He let Larry Holmes literally beat the crap out of him. This is, hold on, guys. Look at this right here. Full screen it, and this is what I mean. The Tekken nerds. Do you think there's a lot of sociopaths in high positions of power? Oh, most definitely. There's no way you can have a heart and do some of the things these people have done for power. There's just no way that you can sleep at night knowing that, yeah, you got a large lump sum of money, but the people who work under you can barely feed themselves. It's really crazy when these people work in these positions and they can't even afford the product they're selling to the customers. There's no way. There's just no way
To the King of Iron Fist tournament.
that you can sit there and tell me with a straight face that these people are not psychopaths, sociopaths, and narcissists. You don't even pay your workers fair wages. And don't tell me that all the business expenses and payroll taxes and all. Man, nah, bro, you ain't fooling me. You don't want to pay your employees. And that's all there is to it, man. Like that's like, come on now.
Get ready for
How you think they got that power? They sleep perfectly at night knowing that they're going to fire you and find somebody else that's going to take your position, and the trap just goes on and on and on. You think they care about you? No, they don't. Of course they don't. Like, they put on a front and people actually believe it, like, oh yeah, these people are great humanitarians. I'm like, no, they're not.
round one.
Nah, I don't care that much. We gonna chill. Don't whiff.
Round two. Fight.
Gets a free mix for this, and he wasted it. Oh, that was smart. He still died. What's good, Nexus Wolf, man? We over here talking and having a good time.
Fight.
And that's game. See, now if I was toxic, I would kick this guy out. If I was really toxic, I would kick him out. I would do that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm excited for that Street Fighter 6 Open beta. Boy, look, man, let me tell you like this here. Let me tell you like this here, man. I'm not playing nobody on Street Fighter 6 Open beta. Not doing it. All I'm gonna be doing is practice mode. That's all I'm doing. I'm not touching it. I'm not playing no, but don't even ask me. I'm not doing it. Practice mode. Don't care about nothing else but practice mode.
Yay! Round 1. Fight.
Oh, I let him get that. Oops. That's when I hurt.
KO. Round 2.
Bro, yeah, I got mine on PC, man. I can't wait. Nice.
1, 2.
He always fall for that. It's such a like a low rank trick to do too.
KO.
Who am I maining in Street Fighter 6? Zangief. I'm playing Zangief and Ryu and E Honda. Nice. Hold up. Ow. Hit.
KO.
He did all that shit talk. Hit him with the key charge for the song. Nah, I ain't gonna do him like that, bro. The L itself is enough. The L itself. The L, bro. GG. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna win with class. I'm gonna win with class. GG's. It's first 2. I'm gonna kick him gracefully. After talking all that trash, I'm gonna kick him gracefully. You know what? Should he be on YouTube? Should I make him his own personal video? You gonna be maining Shotos, DJ, and Zangief? I'm definitely gonna be playing I'm gonna play all the Street Fighter 2 characters essentially. That's all I'm gonna play. But you said he read it up immediately, but it says first 2. You say clip it? Bro, you gonna leave, man, or not? Or do I have to kick you? Tekken for you, boy, I tell you. You said clip that shit? I got y'all, man. I got y'all. Oh, they got Umbro. Hey, yo! Now we doing racist remarks? I love it. You know what? We gonna troll them. We ain't gonna do anything. Because I'm having a good conversation with you guys anyway. I'm gonna be pressing buttons with Jerry and Ed. Okay, all right. My other favorite Street Fighter 2 is it's the game Fei Long ain't coming back. Yeah, he's not coming back. I hope Jerry is as good as she was in 4, cause in 5 she sucked. Yeah, I guess. Chill, what character you excited for the most? I really want Sean in the game. The character I want the most that is not already in the base roster is I can go full screen now. The loser left. The character I really want the most is out of the entire cast. Are we talking like Alpha, Third Strike, the original Street Fighter 2 games? Which one are we talking about here? Because Street Fighter Hakan. That's who I want. He said, bro, did I actually break the tag to this? Yes, I did. I actually did. This is back when I was, for lack of a better words, an idiot. I want Makoto and Sakura back. I want Hakan, baby. Hakan was a cool design, you know. Turkish wrestling, you know, that was dope. I just want Miguel for Tekken 8. I really have no opinion on that game. I don't like where it's going. So, I mean, if you want to play it, more power to you. More than likely, I'll tell you this, more than likely from the way the game is shaping and the story mode to stay consistent, they're going to have to put Miguel in the game because Miguel has some real beef with he has some real beef with Jin. I mean, some real beef after, you know, he killed the sister and all that. So yeah, he got issues with him. Mortal Kombat and Tekken are the two fighting games that are full of trash talkers. Ain't nothing wrong with a little trash talk. The only problem with trash talk is when you trash talk like that guy just did, and then you get mollywopped. That's the problem. See, a good trash talker has the skills to back it up. That guy doesn't have the skill to back it up. And again, when we was talking about rank, he was one of those guys that was flexing his rank saying, he said, still a Fujin. And I'm like, that has no bearing on my skill whatsoever. You see the title and assume that I'm a Fujin level player. I'm not a Fujin level player. And I displayed that. I beat him with relative ease. He was what I was talking about. He's the average Tekken persona or Tekken personality. These are the type of people that they harp on their ranks or they get a little bit of rank and think that that's where they're at. And like I said before, your rank should be an indicator, should be, not is, should be an indicator of where, not where you actually are, but where you should be, not where you're actually at. You know, a lot of people tend to misconstrue that and think that, well, I'm an emperor now, so that means I can hang with all emperors. I'm like, no, you can't. A lot of people in Tekken 7 tend to squeeze through the cracks because the rank system is so easy. All you have to do is just find somebody that you can actually beat and keep playing them over and over again, and then you'll promote. And if you keep doing that, you can get all the way to second guy with relative ease. I've done it. So with that being said, once you find some real competition, you will lose because you have never had to fight actual adversity because you've been winning so easily. You haven't had to actually fight somebody that can whoop your ass. And if you do fight somebody that can beat you, you will just leave. It makes it easy. Dudley is sick, but I don't want him to return. The reason why I don't want to have to block like super fast overhead again. But yes, like you said, Nexus Wolf says people who assume the skill level of their of others tend to be toxic trash players. Well, yes, that the point was in the proof was in the pudding with this guy. He's not good at all, and I could say that because I've played him several times, and every time I've played him, he gets mollywopped. Well, to me, skill is relative. To me, he isn't good. I don't have to do much to beat him. He said, I kind of like trash talkers. They push me to be better and prove them wrong. Well, yeah. The only time I like trash talkers is if they are actually good at the game. If you're a trash talker and you're not good, you're just annoying. You're just a nuisance. You're not good. You're a waste of time. When I could be playing somebody that's actually good at the game, and we can have back and forth banter, and at the end of the day, we respect each other's skill level, so it's not that all you're trash or no, it's just I got my ass beat that day. I'll catch you next time. I got you next time. All I gotta do is remember when he said something about mental status. What?
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7, Gigas.
He said Street Fighter X Blaze Blue X DFN Duel. I will not be playing that. Thoughts on trash talkers who attack others on a personal level? That's the average trash talker, but as I was saying earlier, I don't think you would hear it. Those type of people, they tend to be lacking in actual life. So therefore, they take their angers and frustrations out on the game instead of addressing their actual problems in real life. So I consider those people jokes. You know, they're jokes. They're not to be taken seriously. You shouldn't take them seriously. Oh, you said, remember, mentally untouchable, bro. Tenez is definitely mentally touchable. And definitely LTG is super mentally touchable. All you gotta do is just troll him a little bit. He'll get mad. And you would think he wouldn't do that, like seeing as though like he's a public figure and he's always out there. Oh, he made it off that Gamma anime. Nice. Right, the Lily steps. He could actually finish that. That would have hurt. He's gonna step. He's gonna get hit. I could have ducked that. I could have killed him right there. Is he gonna? I wonder. I'm waiting for him to use the rage drive. I want to test to see if I could actually like. I'm just gonna finish it. But I want to see if I could actually like I could like tank his rage drive with my power crush. But I guess I won't be able to see that this round. Everybody falls for that. Nice. For this game. Ooh.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Nice. Ow.
KO.
Well, that's game 1.
Get ready for the next battle.
Trash talkers are technically the biggest supposed to be. They supposed to be good at the game, so they have the skill to back it up. If they not, then they just clowns trying to prove something. Well, of course. And here's the thing, you could tell it too, like by the way they play and the way they act. From like, there's just certain players like believe it or not, I let a lot of people win. I'm not saying that to be egotistical, like I just do, because I don't believe in beating the crap out of lower ranks like this guy. Like I'll take it easy on him. But there are certain players, by the way they talk, I would not let them win a million years, because I know that I'm gonna be a video. They're gonna not good block. They're gonna clip it, and they're gonna try to make a video. And they're gonna try to be funny, or they're gonna get an inflated ego, which they shouldn't have. Nice.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, he just did it. He's dropping his combo though.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Ow. especially when I play Street Fighter V, being platinum and diamond is really when you play the game. You deal with one and doneers, toxic flowchart characters, and etc. So essentially, what happens when you get to blue ranks in Tekken 7? Good games, man. See, nice, respectful behavior. Good games. I'll let him leave with grace. I'm not gonna just kick him. But not like trash talk. Again, trash talking is good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually really healthy. Like, it builds a healthy competitive nature. It's good for audiences. It builds rivalry. So trash talking is great. The problem is there's a lot of trash talking, but the skill is not there. The skill is lacking. There's a skill issue. So when there's a huge skill issue and a lot of trash being talked, and then you can get your ass whooped, it just doesn't look good. It's not a good look. You were a mod for LTG at one point. Your name looks familiar. Oh, you was an LTG mod? That's what's up, bro. Good trolling. Good trolling. All right, we got us another fight.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Yeah, let's play somebody else. Been playing a lot of... Play some Jin.
Jin Kazama.
Street Fighter 6 beta comes out to doesn't come out the next Friday, and I will be there to play it.
Get ready for the next battle.
We need villains, yes, but here's the thing. The problem with it is the beginning of the conversation. You can't have villains if you try to counsel them every time you have one. Instead of saying, you know what, he's a villain, we gonna prove him wrong, so forth, and keep it at the game. You can't have those. The type of people who makes people hate them with a passion. I wouldn't necessarily say hate them. I would say hate playing them. Like, you don't want to be a person that nobody likes, and that's not a good sign. I would say they dislike you. They dislike your character, and they dislike your playstyle, and so forth and so forth. And they dislike the fact that you talk trash, but overall you're a good person. That's a good heel.
Round 1. Fight. 2.
Oh wow. Dropped? Okay. Ow. I'm trying to figure out what he was doing.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice. Nice punish. That was actually a good punish. Don't panic. Good shit.
KO. Round 3.
Said council culture is so 50-50. I wouldn't even say it's 50-50. I just say you just say something they don't like and you're out of there. jumped over that. Drops. Ow.
KO. You win.
I don't respect anybody till they come and give me 40. Bro, that was funny. And then not only did he give you 40, you got kicked off the team. That's an L. He said, "Now, council culture has been sensationalized. Has sensationalized people out here looking for people who commit wrong things." Yeah, we really just got through talking about that earlier. And the thing is, like, you cannot, like I said before, you cannot have difference of opinion without, again, getting counseled. Like, you just can't do it.
Welcome to the King of.
It's not that you disrespected them. It's not that you went out your way. You didn't say it disrespectful. You could have worded it as eloquently as possible. It's just the fact that you said that something they don't like and you're out of here. I find that stupid. Yeah, Memphis lost by 40. They got obliterated.
Get ready for the next battle.
Bro, this thing goes hard. I don't care what nobody say. Rather than having a healthy conversation, but people want to eliminate that in order to create safe spaces. That's stupid. Yo, what's good, Scrub? How's Tekken treating you today? I'm just chilling, man. I don't care about this game. We having a good conversation, just talking some mess. But no, yeah, good conversation can't have that because it hurts feelings. But the thing about it is, to get to the truth, somebody's feelings are going to get hurt 9 times out of 10. Okay. Oh, he actually, he's doing it. What the? Okay. Still thinking I'm playing Gigas. Wrong character.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, wow.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Still think I'm playing Gigas. Not playing Gigas. Oh, he caught me pressing a button. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's payback. Truth hurt so bad that they rather being lied to so their feelings to be intact. It's the world we live in now. Well, of course, like I said, people are soft. It's just like the escapism with video games. Instead of fixing your problems that are actually happening in your life, you just play video games and then like, well, I don't get girls and I'm fat and I'm a dork and I'm a loser and nobody likes me. But you know what? I found this community of people that are doing the exact same thing I'm doing and being losers too. So I'm gonna identify with these people and, you know, maybe it won't be so bad, but the problem is it just gets worse instead of getting better. It never gets actually good because you just sit there and let yourself be a loser. I don't get it. It's open. You could just join. Umbra, you just join us. It's open. TFC, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. We live in an age of revisionism. Bro, revisionist history is at an all-time high right now. Nothing makes sense, and that's the way they want society. Well, of course, they want to keep people stupid. They want society to be confusing. Like, it's not really confusing to me personally. Not trying to speak for everybody else here. Not trying to speak for everybody else here, but I really think that life is really simple. I think life is simple. You do what you're supposed to do, and you deal with life as it comes. You treat people right. You treat people respectfully. You hang around people who want to be around you. You don't force people to try to be with you. You don't try to force people's opinions. You don't do that. You live your life as you're supposed to. Well, how isn't it simple? Because I really do think, we make it complicated up for no reason. I think life is extremely simple. We just make it complicated. It's like day-to-day decisions throughout your life. Like my favorite line that I live my life by. It's either you're going to do it or you're not. And that translates to anything in life. Either you're going to do it or not. Either you're going to treat people right and respectfully or you're not. Either you're going to become something or you're not. Things can't happen, but you make the best out of what you can and do what you can. Do what you can. Either you're going to do it or not. Life to me is extremely simple. Extremely simple. A lot of factors come and go into play, and you deal with them as you can. Like, that's what I meant. You do as you can. When life throws you things, you do what you can. But at the bottom line, it's still simple. Either you're going to handle it or not. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said it's simple. Simple and easy are not the same thing. Life is hard. I will agree there. Life is definitely hard, but life is extremely simple. When it comes down to it's extremely simple. Either you're going to do it or not, but life is hard.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
At the end of the day, I really do think that we overcomplicate life. We just overcomplicate it. Life is really, to me, it's not that goddamn hard. I mean, it's not that goddamn. It's not that complicated. It's rather simple. Good luck, man. And if you feel that way, bro, that is your opinion, man. I'm not gonna try to change your mind on that. If that's how you feel, if you actually feel like life is really complicated and really hard, that's fine. Yes, a lot of factors come into anything, but it still boils down to me anyway, either you're going to do it or not. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nobody said it was going to be easy. You're just going to have to do it what you got.
Round 1. Fight.
Wow, that actually happened.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Ouch. 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 Nice.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Ouch.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
G.
You
Yeah, life can be unorthodox sometimes. It's better to learn to adapt to what you're thrown up against. Well, of course, some people are born wealthy, born into wealthy families, and others expect hardships and vice versa. A lot of, well, I read that.
get ready for the next battle.
Even the most difficult situation in life can be overcame if you focus on the solutions instead of the problem.
Well, that's most people's problem in general, including mine sometimes. I focus too much on the problem instead of focusing on the solution. I should treat it like how I treat playing somebody in a fighting game like Tekken 7. I don't focus on the fact that it's hard, that I'm having a hard time beating them. I focus on what I'm doing wrong so I can make a solution to beat them. I don't just sit there and be like, oh my god, it's so hard, or I'm going to run away from the challenge. No, I'm going to keep playing. Oh, you like what theme is this? Karen's theme.
Round 1. Fight.
Ouch.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
How the hell? Good step. Only I would drop that.
Great. Round 3. Fight.
God dang it.
KO. You win.
It all comes down to parenting. You said adversity doesn't build character, just like how being rich doesn't make you spoiled. It comes down to the childhood the person has and the person itself. I also would have to disagree with you there. Adversity definitely builds character. It builds character. Being rich can make you spoiled. If you never had to know what it's like to not have something, then you are always treated, good games, man. You are always treated as if you're supposed to have it. It comes down to the choices you make. You can either define your circumstances or let your circumstances define you. Well, of course, I agree by that. Because if it was up to me, right, you would probably say that, well, he's going to remain poor the rest of his life. Due to his circumstances, he could never be rich. I refuse to believe in that. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to that ideology. And yes, my circumstances are difficult. They aren't the best, you know. You take a guy that has a medical condition that literally renders his body useless and could potentially kill him. And I said, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm not going to sit up there and let myself get fat, out of shape, and all that. No, I'm going to continue to work out. I'm going to continue to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to continue to eat right. Even though I have a medical condition I cannot control completely. You did drop some combos. You could have won a game. I found that the older I get, the more straightforward life becomes. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the small petty stuff starts mattering less and less. Like insults on PSN beef, you just stop and think, why do I care? Well, yeah, you start to become more, I would say, laser focused, more tunnel vision. That's the word I'm looking for. You have more tunnel vision back than you did before. But no, I just don't subscribe to the ideology that because it sounds almost like victimhood mentality to me. I don't subscribe to that at all. I'm not saying that everybody can make it out of a certain situation. That's not the case. You should go into a situation knowing damn well you might not be able to make it, but not trying at all is inexcusable to me. Or just blaming it on, well, I'm just a victim of circumstances. In my eyes, there are very few people on this planet that are actual victims of their own circumstances. Very few. Most of us, whether we want to admit it or not, we call self-inflicted damage throughout our years from teenage to 20s to 30s. We call self-inflicted damage, then we look around us and say we're a product of our environment. No. I lived in the hood. I lived in the suburbs. Product of environment, it only matters to so much. At the end of the day, it's up to you to choose what you're going to actually do with your life. I've seen people that came from the suburbs that came absolutely hoodlums. I've seen people that came from the hood that actually doing something with their lives. It comes down to you. I'm trash, but I can get paid for not sitting on the game. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. But no, like I just don't. I don't subscribe to that. I just don't. I don't. And yes, you're right. It is called maturity. It's called maturity. But a lot of us, we don't reach that. A lot of people think maturity and age are mutually exclusive when they're not. A lot of people are in their 30s and they're still out like they're 12. There's a lot of people that are 21 that have more sense than people my age. So, yeah. You said mentality food? But I'm not comprehending. I don't get it. But yeah, man, I don't see people that had worse situations than me that made it out. A lot worse situations than me. And that's why I don't give myself excuses. And I've seen people that have everything and do nothing. And while I'm speaking on that, because that makes me absolutely upset, when I sit there and watch able-bodied people, food for the mental, got it. When I see people that have everything that I wish I could have and they still be sorry, you don't understand to what degree that pisses me off. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you.
You just choose to be lazy. You choose to be sorry. You choose not to do anything. You just choose to be trash. If I'm just going to go ahead and say, you just choose to be trash. You don't choose to be anything other than just trash. And then, like, I look at myself and I ask myself, is there anybody else out in the world looking at me like that? Plus, the thing I notice about people nowadays is that the more virtuous a person is, the more villainous they truly are. I would say the more virtuous they portray themselves to be, you know, not actual virtuous people. Virtuous people, they don't need the glitz and the glamour of Twitter and social media to say that I'm a good person. The more virtuous people on the internet portray themselves to be, the more villainous they are. I agree with that. But no, actual virtuous people are actually good people through and through. But it's just so far in between to see them that when you finally do see one, like, oh, he's actually a good dude. It's actually solid. So rare. And that's why I really don't align with a lot of this internet Twitter shit, because a lot of these people claim to be good people. And I'm like, you're just as bad as the people you're criticizing. And it's one thing to be like that, and you openly understand that, hey,
martial law.
I'm no better or worse than the person I'm criticizing. They just made a bad moment in judgment, and I'm just critiquing them and saying, hey, you fucked up, own up to it, blah, blah, blah. It's another thing, because I see this in Twitter all the time when I'm talking to people and they have a agreement with me. They will literally do the exact same thing to me that they're criticizing that I'm doing to someone else. And I find that completely ironic. He said hard choices. Well, let me read all of it. Yeah, virtuous people like the idea of having people to do virtuous things, but not doing virtuous things they say they would. Exactly. Not just mentally, it's a understanding that there is about 100 better ways I can spend my time than dealing with this. Hard choices ultimately equal an easy life. Easy choices will equal a hard life. That's why it's never good to take the path of least resistance. Well, of course.
Round one. Fight.
A life that is easy is a life that's taken for granted. Good block. This is laggy. Ooh, this is laggy. Good block here.
KO. Round two. Fight.
I don't have those. That combo's way too hard for me.
KO. Round three. Fight.
Just pressing. I wanted it. Keeps ducking.
You win.
Plus, I'm about to make a video about myself moving away from the FGC, especially Tekken. I like Tekken, but I'm so far fucking up. I guess you're saying I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired of it, of that community, because they are just miserable. I mean, Street Fighter's the same way. I just find Street Fighter more fun. When you have time to waste, you're going to waste time When as you mature, you understand the value of your time. Bro, it's the most valuable thing that you can ever get. Join the Xenoverse 2 community. They will make Tekken seem like saints. They do. But yes, the older I get, the more I realize how finite time actually is and how much of my time that I've actually wasted. And I'm only 29. So I'm right now, I want to make as much value of my time as possible. Even though I still slip up. I do. I slip up a lot. But I'm more aware than I was when I was 23, 21, 22. I'm way more aware now.
Round 1. Fight.
Oop, good punish. Oh, damn. He always ducks after that.
KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oof. Y'all know what you want right there. I tried to mash Rage Art. I just want to see if it'll work. It didn't.
Round 3. Fight.
I thought I hit him out of that, but I guess I didn't. So roll 4, do 4, 1 plus 2.
Round 4. Fight.
Ow. That was a bad duck.
KO.
GG's.
You win.
Plus, what really got me thinking though that way was seeing people get so mad about criticism of fictional characters like Kazuya to the point of wanting to fight.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That actually happened to me. So yeah, that's a real thing. I can't believe 2 hours went by that fast. So guys, with all that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the stream because it's time for me to hit the gym.
How dare you talk about my fictional favorite characters and say that
funny. But yeah, I gotta wrap it up, guys. I gotta wrap it up. Gotta hit the gym. I'll probably stream when I get off. You know, maybe when I get home. But I hope you guys enjoyed the topic. Had a good talk. More than likely, I'll probably be banned. So, fuck it. Hope you guys have a great day. Hit the gym. Handle your business. I'll see you next time. Peace.